Let's talk about the upcoming season. So how do you feel overall about the direction that the team's heading, and what are some of the things that you want to maybe change or avoid from last season that you're looking maybe at this season? You're going, hey, I think we need to do this differently.
Good day for this interview, Mike.
Oh no,
No, I just said we did a part of our lessons learned as a staff earlier. It's always interesting in the off season. As soon as the season finishes, you know, where I am this year compared to where I was a year ago is very, very different. When the season finished this year, I got up the next morning. I'm like, okay, let's go. Like, what we got next year? Like, how do we make this better? Where do we improve? And it's almost always been like that. Last year was an anomaly for me. I felt like for the first time ever we hadn't progressed. I'm not sure we went backwards, but we stagnated. We should have been better than we were. This is 12 months ago, so 2 seasons ago was the season that I wasn't happy with, and I was a little bit burnt out. But Danny, the other coach on the staff, she was, for whatever reason, like, she was more eager than ever, and so she took the bull by the horns and kind of drove us on. And I think in the end last year we got to a really good place in the off season. A lot of that transferred into this fall season that we just had. This was the best fall season we've ever had in the last 10 years in terms of results and outcomes. It's not close to what we want and are aspiring to, but it was certainly outcome from an outcome perspective. There was progress, but how we were trying to play, what we were trying to do, was very new. We went into this year, and I, as a head coach for the first time, backed off quite a lot and said to Danny, you largely lead the attacking part of what we do. Like, you focus on that, you train that. Shaylee, you do the same with the defensive piece. I'll focus on transition and set pieces while obviously being involved and overseeing all of it. And that was a big change for me. Yeah. Like delegating responsibility has always been a weakness of mine. The inability to delegate has been something that I thought was good. Because on one hand, it is good. It means I'm willing to do work. I'm willing to work hard. I'll put the hours in because I need to make sure it's done. I'll do it myself. But I think I've realized it's not the most efficient way to coach at this level and be successful. And it also, what I saw this year was coaches who certainly felt more involved, like more empowered. And I think it helps them from the perspective of getting experience and going on to whatever their next thing may be, versus just being an assistant coach who be like, well, yes, that's what Rob did, or Rob says, or he does that. And so now I just took a big step back, and I think it worked well. But it was, when you change things, if you expect immediate results and everything to go well, you're going to be really disappointed, and you're probably going to fail because that's your expectation. So I knew going into this year, okay, we're going to have to learn a little bit this year, and we'll refine it more going into next year. So I think we will, we've planted a lot of the seeds as to how we want to play with the ball, without the ball. I think the team has a very, very good idea of that, and now we need to fine tune it, double down on it. And we're excited about the team going into next year.
What a great answer, man. When I asked the question, I'm thinking in terms of the team and players, and what a great answer. You talk in terms of not only the players, but you're talking as coaches growing and learning. And that is such great self-awareness, and is why you're such a great coach.